Okay, so I want to make a video going over Diddy's Ground Infinite. Since I haven't really made a video on it since I first discovered it, like almost, over a year ago now. And so since then, I've got to use the Infinite in like actual matches, so I can talk a little bit more about its viability and just talk about some of the intricacies, the characters it works on, and all that stuff. So first off, let me tell you how you can perform the Ground Infinite. So, first, I'm just going to start it with a banana pluck, and then I'm going to footstool off DK, and I'll just show that part first. So that's what it looks like. Banana pluck, footstool. Right, and then after the footstool, you want to buffer a Z catch and then instant toss down, and that's what this looks like. And then after that, you just land with another banana plug, and you kind of just go from, or just repeat the process. So as you can see, here I'm just going in one direction, but you can switch directions too, which you'll probably need to have to practice that because chances are that some of the characters this works on, DK and Bowser, those are the two best characters it works on, or the easiest to get it. Chances are they're not going to let you go FD or Callus anyway, so like a stage that would be more realistic that you would do this Infinite on would be like PS2. And the platforms will mess it up, so you'll have to, if you get the Infinite in the middle of the stage, you just have to be ready to turn it around pretty quickly. Another thing, when they patched out Diddy's last Infinite, the platform one, the pyramid scheme, how they took it out, how they nerfed it was they put in a 100 frame window where you cannot pull out a second banana if you've already pulled one out in that same 100 frame window. So if I pull out a banana, I wait 100 frames. I think on the 101st frame you can pull a banana, but on the 100th frame you can't. Or it might be the 99th. Might be frame 99 and 100 rather than frame 100 and 101, I forget. But anyway, that's how they did it. So you kind of circumvent that window by getting this footstool. So the footstool gets some in a little bit extra stun, and you just barely get outside that 100 frame window. The thing is though, if you go too fast, you can still be in that 100 frame window. So basically what I'm saying is after you do your footstool down toss, you just have to wait like just a little bit before you pull out the banana. Start the banana plug. This is what it looks like if you go too fast. So I couldn't pull another banana there because I was within the 100 frame window. So you just have to wait a little bit before you pull out the second banana. And so that's the first variation actually. So the first variation, you do a down toss, and you want to use this variation if you can most of the time. It's the easiest one to do, and it's also going to do more damage per rep than the second variation. So that means you're going to have to perform this Infinite for a less amount of time for you to get to kill percent. So, or for them to get to kill percent. So then you have a greater window, I guess, to mess up somewhere. It's a little bit more forgiving. The second variation is pretty much the same thing, except instead of footstool Z catch down toss, I'm going to footstool Z catch Z drop. So I'm just replacing the down toss with the Z drop instead. And so this is what this looks like. And so DK is not a character I've really practiced the Z drop variation on. I think the Z drop variation, I think it works on every character that in this list of characters. So I think you can do it all the time. You just kind of want to avoid it if you can, since the down toss is easier and does more damage per rep. But the down toss method does not work on every single character, so sometimes you have to resort to the Z drop method. And those characters, I actually have not been able to perform it in a real match on the Z drop characters, but I think it's definitely viable to go for. but a lot of the characters it works on are not like the most common characters anyway, so it's not like I have a lot of practice with it. So I guess that's it for as far as how you can do the infinite. So I'm going to show off all the characters it works on now. So as far as viability goes for this infinite, the viability kind of all depend on the setups. So if you have a good setup into it, you can probably go for this in an actual match. Of course, getting a raw banana pluck on someone in an actual match when they're moving around is going to be pretty difficult. So I'm going to go through all the setups now, or all the most consistent setups that I have found. Of course, there are other setups. I just think they're too situational, really, to I guess be really worth discussing. So if you guys know any good setups on particular characters and whatnot, let me know. But yeah, for now I'm just going to show off the few setups that I've been doing to get the infinite. So the best one, the absolute best one, the one that I've gotten it the most on, is when you have a 2-toss banana and you can just throw the banana at them, run up full hop, and then go from there. Run hop. So to run up full hop, instant toss down, land with a banana pluck. So that's the best one because you're really just having to land a banana, a 2-toss banana. Kind of the downsides to this is it only works with a 2-toss banana. So if you don't have a 2-toss banana, a fresh banana in your hand, then it's not going to work. Another thing is it's kind of character dependent. It works really well on DK and Bowser. But for example, like Samus, a character like Samus, you have to be like literally standing right next to her to be able to hit it. If you're like any way far back, it's not gonna. It's too tight of a window. You're not gonna be able to land on Samus because in her trip animation, she bounces really high, but after she's done bouncing, she lands kind of flat on the ground, as opposed to DK, who is a pretty big body even when he's just sitting there on the ground. Another setup, so if you have a 1-toss banana, and let's say that the opponent hits your shield with something, what you can do is you can just toss the banana, turn around, banana pluck from there. So, oops. This is what this will look like. So there you go. The downsides to this is that the opponent pretty much has to like not space their move. They have to hit your shield and end their animation like literally inside you. And then another setup that you can do, which I'll show here in a second, is if you parry someone's aerial and shield, you can get the footstool off of them. And if you have a 2-toss banana, you footstool down toss, recatch, footstool down toss, banana pluck. So and if you have a 1-toss banana, you just do footstool down toss, land with banana pluck. So one other variation that we can do on platform stages is pretty much any variation or any setup for the pyramid scheme that we used to use for the platform infinite. We can do for this infinite too, because we could just perform the infinite, where we perform the ground and infinite on the platform. You just have to be really good at turning it around. So that's what this looks like.